also partially because of our next speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, Sean Duffy.
Thank you, Trevor. I was about to say what great weather we have here, but I changed it in an instant. I think last year I came and it looked like it was going to rain, and then the sun came out and it was a beautiful day, and today it was just the opposite, sunny day, and now it looks like we may get some rain here. So, thank you all for inviting me. I appreciate it. I think we should give Travis and Guy a round of applause. They do it. By way of a quick introduction, again, my name is Sean Duffy. Born and raised up in Hayward. I was the 10th of 11 children. Short time after I learned how to walk, I learned how to log roll. Went on to chop and saw and speed climb. I actually put myself through undergrad and law school doing lumberjack shows, Shears lumberjack shows. I traveled all over Wisconsin and the country showing off our great northern Wisconsin history. Went off to law school though, met my wife and married her in my last semester of law school. She was from Arizona. I actually brought her up to Round Lake in Hayward in August, and it was 80 degrees, and she was like, "Oh, I love Wisconsin, this is great, it's beautiful, let's go back." And then January came and it was 20 below, and she learned to love it. But yeah, we were in Hayward for a year, went up to Ashland, practiced up there as the Ashland County DA for the past 10 years, 8 years as the DA with J.B. Van Hollen and Mike Gableman. And just last week I announced that I'm going to resign that position effective a week from tomorrow because I'm running for Congress here. And we started almost a year ago. And most everybody that I talked to, and I told them I was going to run for Congress, said, "That's the dumbest idea I ever heard of. You can't beat Dave Obey. He's an institution, he has a ton of money, he has great name recognition, he's at the height of power, you can't beat him." But I was like so many of us who sit at home and we watch our TV, we're frustrated about the direction our country's going in, and we so often will throw popcorn or other things at the TV, but there's nothing we can do. And I was sick of it. I go, you know what, I can get involved and just think the impact that we could have on American politics if we take out Dave Obey. Yeah. One of the most powerful and liberal members of the U.S. House. The author of the $787 billion stimulus package. A supporter of cap and trade. The man who held the gavel the Sunday night that health care passed. The impact we have is huge. And so we got in the race, and we were talking about the stimulus package, that, you know, a bill that spends almost $1 trillion of government borrowing and spending to create jobs. And over a year later, has that bill created jobs? No. It hasn't.
Government jobs.
That's right, government jobs it has created. But you know what? Those jobs are not sustainable.
Census takers.
Government doesn't create jobs. Government doesn't create economic prosperity. People do. It's your investment, it's your hard work. It's your investment in a business or an idea that grows and expands, that creates jobs in our communities. Not government. This bill by Dave Obey was wrong. From there, we were talking about cap and trade. We all know what that is. It's going to be the energy tax, right? Tax on CO2 emissions. Wisconsin, almost 75% of our electricity comes from coal-burning plants that emit CO2. Now, I'm a fan of our environment. I actually drive a TDI. It's a diesel. I get almost 50 miles to the gallon. I believe in personal responsibility. But to tax us at a time when we can't afford to pay these taxes to the tune of $1,500 to $3,000 a year per family is unacceptable. That's right. What's worse is that we're going to tax our business and our industry and our farmers who use a ton of energy at a time that they can't afford it. At a time when they're looking at already closing their doors. And we're going to tax them more. They're going to close their doors forever, one, or they're going to close their doors, and we've seen this, they go to Mexico or China or India. This bill is a jobs killer. It passed the House, it's in the Senate, and they're talking about pushing it through before the end of this year. We've got to stop it. It can't go through. It's a complete jobs killer. And then quickly, healthcare. I believe in healthcare reform, but reform is actually going to reduce cost and increase access This bill that passed, I don't think it does that. I think it's going to end up rationing care. We're going to continue on this hockey stick. I'll use Al Gore's analogy for CO2, but for healthcare, we're going to hockey stick up. The costs are not going to go down. They're going to continue to increase, and it's going to go further towards bankrupting America. So just quickly, when I'm talking fast, you know what? So many of us are upset with the direction the country's going in. How many here are happy with Nancy Pelosi's leadership? That's right. I'm not pleased with it either. We are going to win 25 to 30 seats in this next election year as Republicans. And if we do that, Nancy Pelosi will still be the Speaker of the House. Okay? That's right, we need to win 40 seats. And it's seats like this one here that are traditionally Democrat seats that we have to win if we're going to take back the U.S. House and bring balance back to government. We need balance in government, and we don't have it in Madison, and we don't have it in Washington. It's seats like this. And you know what? All of us look at our lives and we say, do I have an extra 2 hours or 4 hours a month that I could give? Or even, do I have 2 or 4 hours in the next 4 months to give to a campaign to make a difference? If you care about the direction your country's going, you have to get involved. Because sitting at home and waiting for someone else to do it will not get the job done. So many of us sit at home and want someone else to do it. It's our responsibility to change the direction the country's going in. We can't wait for someone else. We are someone else, all of us here. And I always say this, and I think it's true. I think that we have a great American tradition. And it's a tradition where each generation passes off to the next generation an America that's better off than the one that they inherited. This is the first time that great tradition is in jeopardy. It is in jeopardy. I look at the kids around here. I have 6 myself. My oldest is 10. My youngest is 2 months. That vision of passing off a great America may not happen unless we get involved. So I would ask you all, if you have 2 hours, if you have 4 hours, get involved, pick a campaign, pick a candidate, but make a difference. We need your help. And if we all spread the word and get involved, we are going to be so heartened in November when we take back the U.S. House and we take back the Senate and the Assembly in Madison. And just one other thing. As a Republican, so many people are frustrated. They want conservatives, people who are actually going to not do say one thing now and do something different in Washington. I've made the Young Guns program, which is the NRCC's program for candidates that are moving throughout the country. We're one of 24 in the country, the top-rated races in the country. And I had a chance to meet 13 of the other people that are out there. And you would be heartened to know that these people are conservative. They care about the U.S. debt. They understand that there's $40,000 of debt for every man, woman, and child. They understand that we're spending $1 trillion a year or more every year projected for the next 10 years. They understand it's unsustainable. They know that we have to reduce the size of government, balance our budget, and bring our economy back on healthy footing. So there are good people out there, and if we take back the House, it will not be a mishy-mashy Republican majority in the House. They're going to be truly conservative, and they're going to make a difference, and they're going to be a counterweight to Barack Obama, and hopefully not Harry Reid, because he won't be there, but potentially next time. Thank you all very much. We all want your help, and I hope it doesn't rain. Thank you. God bless.